Hello, my neighbors and friends of District 4. I am Shalonda Webb, your newly elected councilwoman for District 4 for St. Louis County Council. I thank you so much for joining me today. I want you to know that I am so grateful to each and every one of you. So I know you're wondering, what is this? One of the things that I promised when we met each other throughout the summer of 2020 is that I was going to improve communication so you could be aware of what's going on in your community. This is one of the first actions that we're going to take to have the District 411. Yes, I'm playing on words and what's the 411, but it's your opportunity to engage with me and to learn what happened in county government each and every week. So District 4, I want to introduce to you one of the most important people you will meet during this time. Your District 4 Legislative Assistant, Ms. Shantae Harmon Young. Ms. Young, please join me. Hi, how are you today?
I am wonderful. I
Good
am
to
wonderful.
see you.
It's always good to see you. We didn't even call each other on the phone.
So, District 4, I have not made a whole lot of decisions since I've gotten into this position. But one of the first things that I did do was select Ms. Shantae Harmon Young as your legislative assistant. And I just want her to introduce herself and give some of her background because she is a phenomenal woman.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, you're welcome.
My name is Shantae Harmon Young. I am a former Board of Aldermanic President for the phenomenal city of Moline Acres. So I've been involved in politics upwards of 15 years. We've done some really great things. I've consulted with campaigns, I've run campaigns, and the most important, the greatest, the most phenomenal campaign I have ever had the pleasure of helping with is for Councilwoman Shalonda Webb.
She's so
For real.
She is phenomenal. And one of the main things that I want you all to know is that Ms. Shantae is very knowledgeable. So in making this decision, the one characteristic that I want to beyond trust is their capabilities and their knowledge. And she is very capable, very resourceful, and knowledgeable. And I want to make sure that we serve you best. Like I said, I don't mind doing the hard work, but having a partner in this process, Ms. Young, that knows the ropes, that's been through county government, worked in county government.
Oh, yes, I did. I forgot.
Yeah, you
to
forgot
tell
to tell
you. So I worked in county government for 7 or 8 years before I decided to come and risk it all to help her make District 4 in North St. Louis County the best that it can be.
So I'm glad that she's taking this challenge and this opportunity. And I hope what we do for North County, the region as a whole, specifically District 4, will be phenomenal, and it will be worth your risk and sacrifice.
It will. I believe in you.
I believe in
Finish
us.
your show.
Well, District 4, I wanted you to know the face and the name because you'll probably be talking to her very frequently. She'll be in the office and making sure we receive your calls and that you receive the feedback and the support and help that you need. So, what can I tell you all about the first month of my government experience? If you've been reading the news or checking things out online, you know it has been baptism by fire for me. I mean, it has been one thing after another from before the very first day that I took office. I know a lot of people called in and encouraged me, and I'm so grateful for that and continue to do that because that motivates me and inspires me. But a lot of people ask, are you okay? I'm fine, everybody. I just want you to know that I am Texas born, Texas built, show me proven, and Bowen strong. So I know that everything is going to be okay. I have a good work ethic. You all know that. I work with integrity and transparency. So none of these distractions will deter me. And if you also been tuning in, you know what all of those distractions have been. From the very first day that I took office, there was the issue with the leadership vote. There was a vote that took place during the what I call lame duck session between the time that the previous district councilwoman was her term had ended and before the time that I started on January 1st. They took a vote to decide who will be the council leadership for this year, 2021. When I joined on January 12th, I voted to change that leadership. And I stand by that vote and I believe in that vote. I was disappointed because I felt that they disenfranchised our district. You selected a leader. I earned your vote and your trust. You selected me as your leader. And they made a decision, the county made a decision to allow a person that you voted out to speak on your behalf, which silenced your true voice. So I worked and I voted on January 12th to change that. Now, that legislation or that decision is before the court now. There was an actual lawsuit, and that lawsuit was to bring before the court for them to make a decision on which leadership change stands. And so we're waiting for that information to be disseminated to us, for the decision to be made, and for them to share us that decision, and we will move forward accordingly. We'll respect whatever the judgment in that decision is. In the meantime, there is still work to be done for North County. And so I want to make sure that we stay focused on the real work. We have so many things before us, very serious things before us, that we need to take time to deal with. One being the vaccination, one being transportation issues that's come up in our community. So there are so many other things we need to take care of. Another topic that's come up in my baptism by fire is just that, the vaccination program. And so even with that decision, for that leadership decision, I will make sure that North County is heard and they're properly taken care of. I will sacrifice whatever it needs to be so that I can be engaged and a part of those conversations. So as that rolls out, we are already going to be engaged and be a part of that as well. So as you can see, District 4, it's been a lot going on. And so I just want you to know that we are here, we are working on your behalf, and you will be able to get in contact with me every day of the week, and we'll have these dialogues once a week. So District 4, since we've been in office these last few weeks, we have also, with all the distractions going on, still been focusing on legislation. One piece of legislation that we have put forth or ordered is to create a cooling off period. So for all St. Louis County Council members that were elected officials, they would have to wait 2 years before they can take or accept any paid appointments or employment with St. Louis County. This is to create an atmosphere of government of trust and to ensure that we have qualified members of our community serving in our leadership positions. I am working, and I have the statement that I'm actually putting forth towards for the legislation put forth in the press release coming up this week. I'll just read you part of that press release so you can be aware. I am ordering legislation that will restrict county council members from working in county government immediately after office. This legislation will require the former elected officials to have a 2-year cooling off period before they can be appointed or employed by the St. Louis County government. It is our responsibility to be forthright with the people of St. Louis County. They must know that their government works for them and works with integrity and honor. When people become elected officials, our focus should be to serve the people who have elected us and not looking forward to the next career appointment or drain the taxpayers' dollars. I am very serious about making sure that our focus is about serving the people, and my focus is about serving the people of North County. I don't want you to have any disbelief in your county government, but we must restore that trust with our people. And so for me, that's making sure that I'm transparent and open with you. And for you, I need to hear back from you. So again, that's one piece of legislation that's going forth this week. Another piece of legislation that we put before the county council is transportation. So there are lots of road projects that's happening throughout North County, and we want to make sure that those improvements and those developments are taken care of. And so we put forth legislation for roads and development and transportation projects throughout North County. As those details come forth, we'll make sure that you have all those details of where those projects are and how they impact your everyday life. And the last piece of future legislation that I put forth within these last couple of weeks is the Crown Act. And so I will be co-sponsoring this Crown Act with Councilwoman Rita Days. And basically the Crown Act talks about discrimination of women of color due to their hair. And some of the challenges they are put forth just because of their appearance and their hair. And so we want to get more information about that legislation to you so you can be aware. But there should not be at any time, no woman, no matter ethnicity, should be discriminated against because of the way she wears her hair. That is a part of who we are in our total package. And so it should be accepted and appreciating those differences wherever we work. In addition to that legislation, I know many of you have on your mind, the forefront of your mind, Jamestown Mall. It's almost becoming a 4-letter word, Jamestown Mall. Because of all of the negative connotation, the eyesore that it is in our community, and also the safety hazard that it is in our community. Jamestown Mall has been sitting there for almost a decade in that dilapidated state. There is enough blame to go around for everyone. My focus is not blame. My focus is getting something done. So I will be working with all those who are involved currently with the Port Authority. It's taking some time for them to get in contact with me, but now the ball is rolling. I am an elected official now, so they can now share information with me. I am taking those steps to make sure I get all of that background and then bring it to you. I'm not coming to you with a solution, but I want to inform you. So please keep an ear out and your eyes out for a virtual town hall that will be coming up within the next 30 days exclusively about Jamestown Mall. So many of you have been calling me. What's going on with Jamestown Mall? What's happening with Jamestown Mall? And just like you, I was totally in the dark. Now that I've had an opportunity to shed some light or be brought into the circles of what's going on, I want to make sure that you are aware as well. So we will be having a town hall meeting, a virtual town hall meeting due to COVID. We want to stay safe. We'll be having that meeting coming forth within the next 30 days. So you can find out more about that virtual town hall meeting and so many more we're going to have as we work through this in transforming North County together. Go to my website, www.shalondawebb.com, to get more information. While you're there, stay engaged with me by sharing your information, signing up for our newsletter, and also making sure that you share with us your email address and contact information. It's a lot going on in North County. It definitely is a lot going on. But I'm not deterred. I'm invigorated. I'm excited. I volunteered for this. You didn't knock on my door. I knocked on yours. So I'm here to do that work for you, no matter what it takes. I look forward to our relationship, building a coalition together, staying in contact with each other, and making sure that we're in this together. We are fighting for North County's future. Together, me and you, North County. So this is the first week of District 411. I hope you've gotten some good information, and I hope that you reach out to me via email at info@shalondawebb.com to share your questions and concerns so I can address some of your feedback next time. Until then, I appreciate you, North County. I appreciate you, District 4. I could not be here without you. And I want you to know that I take your trust that you've allowed me to have and earned very seriously. In everything I do for you. The core of my decision making is North County. You are my North Star. Thank you, and have a great week.